annual home of Indianapolis, Indiana. Welcome, everybody, to the 2024 NFL Scouting Combine. I'm Kate Scott, happy to be here with you alongside someone who went through this event himself as a player just a couple years ago, right? Mr. Brock Heward. And Brock, it is the moment all of these guys have been waiting for, a chance to compete in front of all 32 NFL teams and convince them that they should be a first-round pick.
And let me just tell you, these guys have prepared as much for today as they did for the most important games of their college careers. We've got our eyes on a lot of the biggest names here, but there's one pass catcher in particular we're all very excited to see test.
That, of course, this electric receiver who's a threat from anywhere. And he's up next at the Combine's most popular event. It's time for the 40-yard dash. He's getting ready, down into his stance, and here we go.
Simply put, not a good time for him right there. Just didn't have the burst off the line or the long speed that he needed to.
Next up, the all-important test of strength for a future NFLer. It's chest day, baby. Turn on the bench press.
Well, we expected him to keep going for a while here. Bit of an early exit and underwhelming to say the least.
Well, every football fan knows this. Explosiveness and agility are so important at every position. And now we're going to see how much he has of both here in the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
All right, it is time for the fastest event of the Combine. It's a showcase of how well you can change direction. It's the 20-yard shuttle.
That is such an excellent mark right there, and there's no doubt that he's got the quickness and the change of direction to thrive on an NFL field.
Well, we've seen what type of an athlete he can be. Now let's get him out there and see how he handles an NFL route tree.
Go, set! Hut, hut! Oh, ho, ho. Ready? Woo! Ready? There we go. Check. Well done. Hey, check go. Yes. Yeah. Ready?
Take your time, focus.
Let's go. Ready?
You're almost there, a little more.
Set. Ready? Hut. Yeah. Set. Yeah. Go.
You're better than this.
That's called ending your combine strong. He got out there with plenty of confidence, and he backed it up with a very good showing, as every scout in the building was watching him.
All right, that wraps up the 2024 NFL Scouting Combine. A lot of great performances, impressive numbers put.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Bears and the Bills. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
The Bills offense, after a long summer, getting ready to go for the first time here in the preseason. And the one we'll be watching is this man at wideout.
And this is going to be his first run-through with his new team. He's got a real opportunity, I think, to be an impact player this year. So he'll be looking to do some positive things in the time that he's going to be out there here in this first preseason game.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
To the air, Allen. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Motion man is Shakir. Allen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Here's Allen to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major.
What's up, rookie? Welcome to the league. And I truly believe that you're going to be a star. But in order to make it and last in this league, it's going to take hard work. And the grind don't stop, baby. Because right now, the cheetah grinding, baby.
It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Bills and the Steelers, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
The Bills offense getting prepared to go to work here in the second week of the preseason. And the one to watch is going to be this man, their rookie wide receiver.
And he had a few moments in that first preseason game that made you sit up and take notice. And that's what you're looking for when you're with a new organization. Start compiling some of those moments and let this coaching staff know that you're a guy to be trusted.
Allen going to look to throw on the first play. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. 2nd and 10. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Black. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen now looks to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
The Bills ready to take over. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Motion man is Shakir. Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Allen. He's got a man, complete. Down the right sideline, inside the 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 94 yards. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated.
Into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 38 now, here's second and a couple. Allen going to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bills first down.
To throw, it's Allen. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football?
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Samuel going to go in motion right. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on fourth down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now Allen off the bootleg. He's got his tight end McKinney right side complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. On the move to his And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On play action, Allen, he'll buy some time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And again, it's Allen. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Shakir hauls it in. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Allen. Cook has it, left side. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already.
This one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and
Go! Look out! What's that? Look out! Look out! What's that? What's that? What's that?
The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Panthers and the Bills, next on EA Sports.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Another one for Cook. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
What's that?
Pressure coming, it's Allen. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. They'll try and take an option left side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
The Bills, and they're wide out, headed to the field for a new series. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Now run by Cook. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. And he's brought down after a short gain. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. One of the tight ends motioning left. Allen on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here's a give to Cook. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Here's Cook. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. That stop made by Derek Brown. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Shakir sent in motion left. Allen from the gun here on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. This is Cook. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Pretty obvious, this defense, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll run it with Cook. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Look out!
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that brings up 4th and long. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort to...
Now it's Cook. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackle made by Dane Jackson. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
This is Cook on the handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.